Okay, everybody, here we are in the semifinals of Week 3 of the Star Circuit Tournament. In this semifinal, we've got Senegalo in the bottom left as Infernal, and in the top right, we've got Refresh as Vanguard. These are arguably the best players of their respective faction. Perhaps MSRM is slightly better than Senegalo, people would say at the moment, but it's open for debate. It really is. Senegalo won the RL circuit tournament, but MSRM won last week's Star Circuit tournament. So both of them are tournament winners, but Senegalo taking the Grand Championship of the RL circuit, and this is not quite the Grand Championship week of the Star Circuit. That's next week. Next week is the finals. So, but last week, MSRM won the tourney. So we've got here a fast expand happening from Refresh versus a fast expand happening, a vault into expand. So Senegalo doing really the standard opener for Inferno. Now Senegalo was really the first to do this on a more regular basis, but we've seen MSRM adopt this style as well. So seeing the Fiends here, now remember when you split Brutes into Fiends, they get increased movement speed for a few seconds. You can use that to get across the map quicker like this and get a quicker scout. And I bet you Senegalo is going to see the fast expand and throw it on a third base. That's what I'm thinking here. He's going to see this, he says, okay, I know this means Refresh opened expansion first. Ooh, did they get trapped? Oh, he took down a servo. Unbelievable. I'm really surprised. He loses a Fiend for it, but it's, I mean, oh, he gets two servos. Somehow, some way. I never make this happen versus Refresh. Refresh always defends that and doesn't lose a single thing. But Refresh losing two servo to that is actually crazy. Now we've got, let's see, no third base yet. Okay, this is going to do it, right? I was going to say, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the third base. And here it is. And the reason I'm saying that is because he saw the fast expand from his opponent. We've got a single Lancer across the board here. Refresh has enough for another base. Is he going to build a bunch of barracks? Or is he going to build another base? That's a lot of resources, Refresh. What you doing? Okay, he's going to do a big overcharge here and build a bunch of production. Mech Bay against Inferno. Oh, this is getting good. Another Mech Bay. Did he use overcharge? He did. I just looked away when he did it. We've got the Lancer seeing the third base here. I'm so excited to see Mech into Inferno. Yeah, Mech into Inferno. I said it right and then I doubted myself like a pleb. We usually see only Mech play in the mirror or versus Cell. So this will be cool. Will it be Mech with Bio sprinkled in? Obviously some Lancers at first, yes. But will it just hard shift out of Bio and just become Mech and Medtech?
Dimensional rift detected.
Two Lancers. This looks all, very much, for Senegalo's concern, this looks very much like a Bio opener. But will Senegalo scout that it's Mech base? That is information he wants to have. Okay, so the Fiend will see the Hog here. That is huge information for Senegalo. This Fiend could change the course of the game. Over here, meanwhile, Lancers were fighting. They did get a Gaunt. These Fiends splitting, that will kill this Lancer. Boop, Lancer goes to... God, those Fiends are fast. Holy shit. So again, when you split your Brute manually, your Fiends get a movement speed boost for a little bit. It's pretty crazy.
To secure a Stormgate.
The movement speed is a short-term buff, but it's a buff, and it can very much be used. So let's see. Just scouting for fourth bases with the Fiend. He's conceding, and Senegalo is completely conceding the Stormgate, just letting Refresh have it. Refresh is by no means behind. If anything, he's ahead on macro. So for Refresh to be ahead on supply, ahead on macro, getting the Stormgate, I'm worried for Senegalo here. He does have the curse, so he might have enough to deal with it. Refresh has 3 mech bay hog production. Getting the 4th mech bay. Remember what I said? You want that 3rd base for the 4th mech bay? It seems like I got the ratio right. Now, the Shroud Stone's going to help a lot here. Thing has a ton of health. Has 10 armor. I mean, it's crazy. It has more than twice the health of a brute. And I think it has twice the armor as well. Yep. Literally 2 brutes. If not more. It's 2 brutes with extra armor. So, let's see. A little bit of a positioning here that Senegalo definitely didn't want, but he had a decent surround. He is starting to push this back a little bit, but okay, let's see, the brute charge helps push it back a lot. So Senegalo beginning to stabilize, but there's just such a big supply disparity. I'm really worried about this supply difference. Like Senegalo needs to take a god mode fight here, and every bit of kiting that Refresh gets off here, every bit of unit kill that he gets for free, it's just gonna make this supply gap bigger and bigger. So you really want, I think you definitely want to have like, what is it, Gaunt speed, but there's still Lancers being made. I like that he just keeps building these Lancers. That's super cool. And he doesn't have kinetic redirect. He doesn't care about that. Does he have tier 2? Central command, he does have it. He's got Nano Swarm. I guess I could have just looked there. Now he's switching to Vulcans. I wonder if Spriggans are a possible answer to this. Does he have the capability? And I know it sounds silly when you see Hogs thinking, Spriggans, what? But if you react quick enough, you could get Spriggans. And the Hogs have to deploy, and then they can't kite. And if they can't kite, they just die. So, to the ground army, but I don't know. It seems like this is a pretty scary, you know, comp for Refresh, and he's got just such a crazy lead. I think this is the last hope for Vanguard in the tournament too. The other semifinals, yeah, I'm not. I'd have to double check. Okay, so now this is enough Hogs and catches this base out of position, and what I mean is really the army that's out of position. So being able to do a lot of damage there. I think using that faraway Stormgate, expecting Senegalo to go for it, and just jumping over here with the movement speed that these Hogs have, and just doing a whole bunch of damage, sniping like a vault and a tower. Now fighting off creep is definitely something Refresh is more interested in than fighting on creep. Especially if he's in a position to kite. System Shock's almost done. I love this. Atlas coming into play. That's just fantastic. I love seeing more Atlas play. Will we see the Plasma upgrade for them? Ooh, these Lancers are a little out of position along with those Medtech. That's just because the Hogs got here so much quicker. So that was really a moment Senegalo had been waiting for. But will he be able to capitalize too much? I'm not sure. He definitely needs another wave of brute charge to pop in here. Some of these Hogs getting their auto attack triggered by the aggro of the Stormgate. So this is looking like still a potential spot for Senegalo to make a move. He's got to get a good angle here though. Places the effigy, but then the Vulcans show up. So that pretty much puts an end to those plans. The Hogs do have their upgrades, so they've got their range upgrade. The Vulcan obviously don't have upgrades yet because that requires tier 3. We see another Vulcan showing up. It could get caught out, but it moves it back. Ooh, these two Atlas, great positioning on them. That's going to deny any chance for Senegalo. And what I think went from a bad situation for Senegalo has just gone to really fucking bad because he saw the Vulcan show up, and that was already enough of a deterrent. But in seeing 2 Atlas show up, I'd say to myself, well, goddamn, this Vanguard's mech just got out of control on me. So Refresh doing patient. He's being patient with these Atlas, but doing a good job with it. Here's the Plasma upgrade coming in. That's called Plasma Arc Infusion. It is halfway. That got moved to tier 2.5. That was on tier 3 for the longest time. So now that it's on tier 2.5, we are seeing it a lot earlier, which is really cool. It's about halfway done. And when that kicks in, these Atlas are going to go from being really good to being incredibly good. Now we do see Weavers, but only one of them has energy for pull. What's he gonna pull? He pulls, oh yeah, I was wrong, he had 2 pulls. And he pulls 2 Vulcans and Snipers. Now he's gonna have to back up. He definitely needs more energy on this, but for those that don't know, there's 16 seconds of cooldown that is required between pulls for Weavers, unless they have the upgrade, the tier 3 upgrade on them, and they actually do. So they only need 8 seconds. If they're on Shroud, they have increased cooldown. So very good job by Senegalo for getting both Weaver upgrades to make them a ton more viable. And Weavers are indeed one of the best answers to mech. So really, really cool. Algorithmer says, great cast, Dutch. You got to go to work on a Saturday. Look forward to next week. Thanks, Algorithmer. That sucks you have to go to work. Thanks for being here. These will be on YouTube in individual series of everything I casted here. So you can definitely watch it there if you're interested. Anyway, keeping an eye on this game here. We have that tribute player going down. We see Refresh has split his army. He's got a huge army moving here, and I'll call it the kiting army there, forcing Senegalo to split his army. But Senegalo's realized there's not that much over here. I'd rather focus on maybe being able to kill this. And look at this! Senegalo's getting a Oh, I would have gone for that! He's gonna go for it now. Oh, I wish he would have done it right away. He gets on top of the Atlas. Oh no, Refresh can... I don't think he should have split up his army. He's overcommitting here with no evac for this Atlas. Senegalo playing it slow and patient, getting his unit count up, is somehow, some way able to force Refresh back here. What a turn of events. This is going to be a huge battle though. There's like 10, 12... There's so many Vulcans. It's like 12 Vulcans. We do see some Weaver pull. Vulcans dashing forward. They did not have their tier 3 upgrade quite yet. Oh, I bet he wish he did. He is researching it, but it wasn't ready yet. That would have immediately given them the damage they needed, but maybe it's enough anyway, because we do see that that is a crap ton of Vulcans. Now they are starting to die, but will Senegalo be able to recover from that fight? Holy shit. That was crazy. Refresh did so much better in that fight than I expected. Looked dicey when he was running away, but then was able to take that incredible fight. That was awesome. We see the Hurricane here, and there's really no answer to the Hurricane for Senegalo. He wasn't ready for it. He's got like 2 Shadow Fires and a Spriggan. That ain't gonna cut it. So... holy shit, that was crazy looking. That was awesome. I bet nobody expected that fight to go as well for Refresh, especially because he didn't have peak performance upgraded yet. Now again, peak performance means that when the Vulcans do their jump dash, they immediately get their full attack speed buff. That usually takes a couple seconds to wind up in a fight. These units kind of heading off the no man's land for a second. This Hurricane getting... it did return to hangar, I think, but it was getting nano-swarmed. So just making sure Shadowfar goes down, making it so that all the units are reduced with vision for the Vanguard, while seeing the Shroud, expand across the map too for, I think it's like 30 seconds. So Senegalo feeling like, all right, I need to do what I can to push it back. That Vulcan survives, and it's going to get nano-swarmed once the nano-swarm energy becomes available. It got promoted there too. Ah, man, Refresh just does things that you don't see other Vanguards do, and seeing him make mech work like this is just amazing. These tech switches from Refresh are crazy. I agree completely. 8 Exo pumping in the late game all of a sudden. Yeah, super cool, right? Super cool. I have seen Refresh, I've played against Refresh a lot. I have seen him do this in the late game when doing mech. It's just eventually getting the tier 3 Exo into the mix. I love that. I think it's a really good thing. I think it's even good against Celestial. Now, we got Senegalo catching this base out, using the Fiends and their movement speed to kind of do, what Refresh has been doing with the Hogs. So, great job, landing a blow by Senegalo. He really needed something here, and that definitely could help. I don't think it's enough. He's still down 100 supply, and I'm not seeing an Incarnate. I'm not seeing that many Weavers. There's just no answer to these Atlas if you don't have Weavers. There's just no way. Because you've got this meat shield of... This is ridiculous. And using the Hogs here as this continuous hit squad here, they are tier 3, so they are able to definitely snipe things with their... with that tier 3 buff that chops away at armor on anything and hit. There's just no anti-air here. There's not even enough, so there's no answer to all the Atlas. There's no answer to the Bio. There's no answer to the Hurricane. I mean, yeah, sure, I think these are tier 3 Hellborn, but that's not enough. They might not even be tier 3 Hellborn. Oh, they are. Tier 3 Hellborn are a hell of a drug, and that was a decent concave, but okay, he knows it's over. It's just too much. He sees it on all fronts. Game 1 goes to Refresh. What an awesome first game. Okay, everybody, we've got Game 2 of the best of 5 in the semifinals of Week 3 of the Star Circuit Tournament between Refresh and Senegalo. Refresh winning last game in, I'll call it convincing fashion. It wasn't a stomp by any means, but Refresh has been cooking, you guys, and that was impressive how he won last game. Let's see if he does anything else this game. In the bottom left, we have got Refresh, who again won last game in a convincing fashion. In the top right, we've got Senegalo as the Infernal, looking to make a comeback here in this best of 5 series. TY Gaming says, yeah, I'm tempted to get back into the game. Dude, do it. It's fun. There's a lot of tryhards right now that play the game, but trust me, man, get into PTR and play, dude. It's honestly the most fun I've had with Stormgate ever. The maps are amazing. The whole game feels different. Graven's got some cool stuff. Oh, thanks, said that too. Graven, because I said it because I know you like your Gravens. Honestly, dude, I think, you know, get in here and enjoy it. Get in here and enjoy it. Okay, okay. Graven's some of your faves. Yeah, they have a cool little anti-air thing now. I think Thanks may have said that he was looking into improving the functionality of it too. Okay, back to this game. So we've got 2 Fiends here running in versus a double barrack. So Senegalo did his Vault first opening into Fast Expand, and he uses that first Brute to go into the Fiends and scout. He scouts that it's indeed a double Lancer. So that tells Senegalo, okay, I need to make sure I've got the right defense for this. What Senegalo really is looking for here is servos being pulled. If he sees servos, he's going to need a tower. If he doesn't see servos, he might be able to do it with brutes alone. He did get a second vault to help with this. He's going to need to have more than that, though, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's enough because he went vault first. But he's going to need every brute he can get. We haven't seen a servo pull yet, so it looks like this is not going to be a tower rush with this. It's just going to be Lancer pressure off of 2 barracks. And so Senegalo's going to look for a Hellforge here soon, I'm sure. He got 50 Therium for now. No Therium. I was looking at Luminite. So he has not even started getting Therium, so maybe he doesn't need to consider a Hellforge. Just strictly sticking to Luminite mining. Same, a little bit of Therium mining from Refresh, but I think that's only because he had an excess number of workers on his base, and he needed to put them to use somewhere. Triple Vault, no tech opener. This is Senegalo tech. Okay, so just watching the little micro battle going down here. I don't think any players lost any units yet, but this is a steady stream of Lancer nonsense. Lancers do AoE. They have slightly faster movement speed. And they have less health. Actually, they have the same health as a brute. Now, what's this? 5 armor? 5 armor? Armor. Where you at? 15 armor. Vanguard OP. But brutes do a lot of single target damage. They do 22 damage, and Lancers do 15 damage. So they do more single target damage, but Lancers have more armor and have AoE, and they're faster. Interesting. I do think Brute Charge beats Lancer Kinetic Redirect pretty hard, but that was an interesting thing to learn there.
Enemy forces have begun to secure a Stormgate.
Alright, so the Brute's taking the Stormgate. So despite not having any upgrades, it's the brutes that were able to get the Stormgate. Interesting. So we've got the Fair in here. That Fair is definitely going to want to heal up these brutes, but Senegalo is also not really trying to take the foot off the gas here. So he's continuing to push. Now Refresh has a dog here, keeping an eye on reinforcements. Also trying to scout what he can as he's running away from this army, trying to use his reinforcement. Kinetic Redirect is not quite done yet. We've got the Fair in here healing units. Brute Charge just started. Refresh on 2 bases. Kinetic Redirect will help a ton if that can finish. The Farron is in position here. This is a decent fight angle for Senegalo. He's going to want to kite. Refresh is going to be able to kite individual lances very easily with Kinetic Redirect, but I think the Farron is the tipping point here, or like the tiebreaker here. But wait, I say that and Exos pop out. So Exos have reverse uno'd what I just said, and they are now the tiebreaker, because that'll definitely be enough to start popping through these brutes. Okay. That is a bunch of low health bio. He's going to have to retreat because there's no, or he's going to have to keep that in mind, I'm trying to say. Because there's no curse yet, but curse could be on the menu soon, and he would not want to run into curse. You'd have like 4 units turn into fiends immediately. But Refresh saying, well, yeah, that is a lot of low health units. I better go heal up. So he runs to the healing shrine. Very good choice, you know, especially because Senegalo is not aware, and he's not looking to be aggressive, so he can't punish it. Okay. We've got the army moving in. Let's see. Nobody wants to really fight. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 5 barracks. 6, 7, 8 barracks. 3 bays. Senegalo's got his 3rd base up and fully saturated. Both players pretty much do. Supplies are very close to even. I would say that this game, Senegal is in a great spot because he's ahead on supply by a little bit, and Inferno can always quickly build. Oh, this Fair's about to get caught though. Oh no, poor Fair. It didn't really have any energy anyway, but that's unfortunate. It does die. Oh, but look at this. The kind of a brutes around here, but he's gonna want this other part of the brute pack to get its charges back. I bet he was hoping for a little bit more, but good try for sure. Now, looking for a flank again. I think it's going to be a 2-prong attack here. He's not leaving very many here at the front side of it, though. Let's see. Okay, forcing it back. Yeah, Refresh smelled blood in, or smelled the surround. Senegalo going for it here. Much better. He's going to need more, though. He can't get his whole army on top of the enemy army. That ramp being used beautifully by Refresh. I still think either player can win this fight, but oh, it's so close. We don't have Curse yet for Senegalo. That's really unfortunate. I think if he had Curse here, this would be a very different situation. Still being able to get a decent trade there, but look at the supply chain. That was crazy in Refresh's favor. Just trading out there in a bit more efficiently than Senegalo was hoping for. I think it was really unfortunate that he wasn't able to get a full surround either time. He just didn't quite have enough for that. And he definitely needed it. Weird visual bug going on there. We got the unstable Necrolisk, which is really actually an excellent choice because brutes are going to have an incredibly hard time jumping on top of this army with these ready to react to that. I mean, they are the anti-melee unit of the century. They're like giant banelings. Now let's see. So here we go. So Senegalo's gonna have to run through this awful choke. Here we go. This is what I mean. Oh man, that just killed a little bit less than I was thinking it would, but it still killed a good amount of units. Now this is a dead end up here. There's no way through this, I think, without knocking down some trees. So Senegalo is able to perhaps take Refresh out here in a convincing fashion. Then that's actually gonna, you know, Senegalo should really take his time, but Refresh is gonna try to kill this base if Senegalo takes too long. Now Curse is done this time. This is part of Refresh's army, not able to help here, but this really has to be fought on Shroud here. Where's the effigy? There it is. Now, here we go. This army is going to eventually get taken down, but there's a huge chunk of reinforcements coming from Refresh. Now, I say that army's going to be taken down, but it wasn't even able to get fully surrounded. I think Senegalo microing this hardcore, I'm just going to say it. That really should have been a wipe of that chunk of units. That was just, like, instead of chasing like this, he should have chased like that. Really unfortunate because he needed that. He needed those units dead. Because Refresh has got a commanding lead now, and it's just going to spiral out of control. And that would mean Refresh would go up 2-0. And if Refresh goes up 2-0, I just don't see Senegalo winning 3 games in a row against Refresh. Maybe, but... And this game is far from over. But I have to believe that this game is going to go. I mean, we don't have Miasma done yet. We don't have Survival Protocol done or started yet. We do have a high command. I'm surprised we aren't seeing Survival Protocol being researched. For the EXO. Oops, sorry, wrong button. For the EXO. What if I would have exited the game there? I would have cried.
Dimensional rift detected.
Oh my god, I would have
Stormgate will
cried.
activate soon.
So, these exo pokes. See, now survival protocol has started. Miasma is going to get done. There will be a window where survival protocol will not be done and miasma will be, and that is 100% going to be something that this group of exos has to respect. I haven't been keeping close enough track. I don't know if System Shock is on the menu. See, there we go. The miasma is starting to zone the ball of exo. So I do think that that means that this Stormgate will go to Senegalo, which is amazing, because that's exactly what he needed, because it'll give him a Tier 3 Stormgate reward. Oh my god, though, but the Hurricane is here, and there's not really a great answer to that. He's got to... Oh my god, the Bioball surrounds. He knows it's over. He just quits out. GG, the Bioball got around on the far side. Man, third Stormgate doesn't even get to be used. Game 2 goes to Refresh. Can't take anything away from Refresh, though. He's incredible. He plays very well. And if you achieve that by practicing more than your opponent, then you've simply earned it. Right? You put in the work. Those that practice every day at their sport, at whatever they do, versus those that don't, you know, they should get rewarded, right? If you're naturally talented and you work hard, you'll get rewarded. You need both, though. You need the natural talent and you need the work ethic. If you have one of the two, you can still be a great player, but you won't be an amazing player. You gotta have the natural talent and the work ethic. Alright. We've got Vault here, opener, and then where's the expansion? He's waiting to send his worker. So he does keep build. Some players will cut an imp here or there, but it seems like Senegalo goes all the way up to 10 workers and uses his 10th worker to expand. Now, why does he send 2? I don't understand that. Why is he doing 2? It's way too early. He won't be able to expand here. I don't think... So this to me is questionable. Because you look at his supply. I mean, he's got 2 supply available. Wouldn't this finish by the time you need that 2 supply? You see what I'm saying? Like, he's going to keep building workers. Okay, so he is at 12 now. So, I don't know. Whatever. There might be a slight inefficiency to it. I just think that Tribute Pyre, I would try to get away with that without it. So, Refresh taking 0 damage from the Fiend. In game 1, remember, he lost 2 servos to that little Fiend rush. This game, he very much does not lose anything. Let's see if Senegalo switches up. He definitely is switching his opener up, getting this Conclave. He was getting 2 Vault and then Hellforts before even getting the Conclave before. So he's definitely going for the Conclave this game. I want Refresh to do Mech again. That would make me happy. Mech could happen, but it doesn't look like it. And I say that primarily because there really hasn't been any Therium income yet. Just now starting Therium. Seems to me like it's going to be Bio play. Oh shoot, I gotta update this. It is 2-0 Refresh in the best of 5. Okay, we've got 2 Lancers here. Trying to do their thing. They're not going to do much. Refresh is going to see that there's a 3rd base on the way, but it is not done. I wonder if Refresh... Okay, he's got 5 barracks. I wonder if this is going to be that he responds with his own 3rd base. He's got the money very soon. Or if he's just going to lean really hard into this 5 barrack production. 4 barracks and Biokinetics Lab. Excuse me. Seeing a Habitat going down.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate.
What is the tech? We see Ritual Chamber this time. Hellforge later than the Ritual Chamber. So definitely going to be a Curse upgrade first. Let's see it, let's see it. Okay, yep. He's going... What is the name of this again? Soulbrand Chakrams for the Gaunt. That lets him do Curse if they fight on Shroud. see it. Let's see it. Okay. Thought they were going to get into a little battle, but that is just way too many Lancers, and he doesn't have any of his upgrades. So, and this is the right call for the Inferno, right? Okay, I can't win the Stormgate fight. The Vanguard has too much, so I'm going to build a tower. And he started this tower a long time ago. They take a while to build. So he has this tower here, because he knows that there could be Farron or something that comes from this, I think it was just a clone. He used the clone for a shitload of Lancers. So this is an excellent choice. Okay, nice. Curse just finished. But man, are these Lancers just going to go into the main base? This tower is doing work. That is so many Lancers and so few units for Senegalo. I'm really worried that half the supply is already, you know, it's already double supply. Boy, oh boy, he really needed Brute Charge versus this and just didn't have it. And some SimCity to keep him out of his base. All right, Refresh just takes this in a clean 3-0 sweep. Well played by Refresh. And we are now, Refresh is now in the grand finals. Let's see if the other guys are still going in their semifinals, but I will see you guys in the grand finals. Good game, well played by Refresh. Thanks for playing Senegalo. I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.